One of you beautiful souls out there listening asked me to create a video on twin flame interferences. So today I am going to share my thoughts on forms of third-party energies, be it family, friends, or what we most commonly refer to as the third party in the form of other romantic partners, and how these influences can negatively impact us or block our twin flame connection in certain ways, and also how to rethink these influences in order to protect ourselves from these interferences and continue to move forward with our own growth and expansion, both through life and on this twin flame journey, without allowing ourselves to be negatively impacted by any sort of detrimental interferences in our lives, energetically speaking. But first, let me introduce myself to anyone who might be new to my channel. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. I am someone who has struggled with third-party interferences in my life when it comes to manifesting, not only on my twin flame journey with my connection to my twin flame, but also in all other areas of my life. What I didn't understand when I first came to the law of attraction is that these negative influences around us, if we open ourselves to them, actually have an impact on our subconscious mind and can powerfully affect and alter, and most importantly, sometimes bring down our vibration. So even though we can come in with a very clear positive intention, use manifestation techniques and do energy work in a very powerful way, if we leave our mind open to these negative subconscious influences, we can still prevent our own manifestation results in this way. One powerful tool that assisted me in grounding my energy, protecting my energy field, and preventing negative influences from impacting manifestation is by listening to subliminals. Subliminal affirmations are a powerful energy clearing and grounding tool designed to alter the subconscious part of the mind. So they are basically positive affirmations, but instead of being spoken aloud, they are embedded within meditation sounds and frequencies so that they are capable of bypassing the conscious filter of the mind and making lasting impressions on the subconscious. I am so passionate about subliminals that I have created my own. On my website, Sound and Soulful, I have created a library of over 100 subliminals designed to assist you in altering your energy and manifesting faster in all areas of your life. What you are looking at now is a screen recording just showing you some of the different categories of subliminals I have available to members on my website. I even have several subliminals created specifically for twin flames to assist you in clearing any energetic blockages or obstacles between you and your twin flame, magnetizing your energy field for harmonious union, and assisting you along every step of this twin flame journey. The subliminal I would most highly recommend for twin flames is my 7 chakra twin flame clearing subliminal. This subliminal will be linked in the pinned comment under this video, as well as the description box. So let's talk about twin flame interferences. I want to know in the comments below, who do you feel has interfered with your twin flame connection in some way? This could be a family member, friends, or even a third-party romantic connection. No one can truly interfere with a twin flame connection. And what I mean by that is, this connection is sacred. This is a divinely protected and divinely guided path. If you are a twin flame connecting with your divine counterpart, this is part of your soul's destiny here in this lifetime, on this planet, at this time. Just like a roadmap will give us a guide to a trip, to a certain destination, your intuition is guiding you along this roadmap, along this trail, this path toward twin flame union. The problem with these interferences is often what they do to interfere, or what they cause to happen, is they try to influence us or our twin flame counterpart away from this soul intuition. They try to bolster our ego or bring our ego out to play to try to convince us that we're overthinking this connection, that we're obsessing, that it isn't what our soul is telling us that it is. And the reason that these negative influences, these interferences affect us, and in fact the only reason they can affect us, is because our ego believes them, because we are still holding on to some of our own doubts and uncertainties about the connection. So how these interferences play out most often is, let's just start with well-meaning family and friends as the first form of twin flame interference. Family and friends can tend to go one of two ways when it comes to a twin flame connection. And what you have to understand is, they can be well-meaning, but it doesn't mean that their advice is valid. You are the only one who understands this connection and what you are feeling. You are the only litmus test for the validity of your twin flame connection. If you are talking to friends or family members about your twin flame, oftentimes they will react one of two ways. In some cases, they may be really excited for you. This often happens if they too are on some form of a spiritual journey or a spiritual awakening journey. If they are attuned to energies, becoming energetically sensitive, releasing some of their own ego, releasing some of the illusions of our physical world, they will be able to sense enough of the intense, powerful energies running between you and your twin flame to understand the divine nature of your connection. And they may know, they may be energetically attuned enough to realize that what you are on is a sacred path, a divine path. And they may know better than to interfere with some kind of negative opinion based upon the physical illusions of this world. Because so often what happens is these interferences of family and friends may be well-meaning, but if they are unawakened, if they are still living from a space of ego, seeing this 3D world at face value, if they are repressing their own energetic sensitivity, they may only see what is happening between you and your twin flame on the surface. And what is happening on the surface may not be something that is conventionally considered acceptable in the romantic world. So what I mean by that is, and this often happens at the beginning of our twin flame journey, because so often when we first meet a twin flame, the circumstances in the physical world don't seem to be aligning for us to be together. Oftentimes there are obstacles between us, such as physical distance. So this may be a long distance relationship, and these interferences, family and friends in your life, may be telling you that it won't work out because it's long distance. Or there could be some other kind of barrier between you, because again, twin flames often come to this earth to bridge barriers, to bridge divides within humankind. So there may be an age gap between you and your twin flame. There may be a cultural gap. They may come from a very different socioeconomic status than from how you were raised. And in conventional understanding of love and romance, What are we often taught? We're always told that you should date someone who shares similar values to you. But what the world means, what the ego means by values, is someone who comes from your same generation, someone who comes from your same class background, someone who has a similar financial status. And these kinds of pieces of dating advice are given because people see these illusions of separation. They only see the 3D world through the eyes of the ego and not through the eyes of the soul. So when it comes to the twin flame connection, there are so many obstacles and barriers and divisions to overcome. Not because these are negative things, but actually because it's part of your soul purpose, your soul intention, and even your mission together here on earth to bridge these divides in order to elevate collective consciousness, to dissolve these divides on a planetary level. But someone from the outside looking in through the eyes of ego wouldn't see it this way. They may see it as you being too different from your twin flame to be able to romantically connect and build a solid, working, functioning romantic relationship together because of these seeming physical differences. Another thing that friends or family members may not understand about the twin flame connection is the way that your twin flame may not be your usual type. They may not be the type of romantic partner that you usually date or are interested in. This isn't always the case because sometimes twin flames have an understanding, an intuitive sense of what their twin flame is going to look like, and they develop a type, so-called type, around this kind of person that has a certain appearance. But this isn't always true. For many twin flames, they date people prior to meeting their twin flame that are very different from their twin. And when their twin flame finally does appear in their life, they are so different from their usual type that this is kind of an ego barrier, a psychological barrier that causes them to wonder how they could even be attracted to this person or whether they would even want to be with this person. And again, remember, these interferences in our life, all they are doing, and the only reason they are capable of interfering, is because they are drawing upon what our ego is already thinking and feeling. So when it comes to our twin flame not being our type, you may have friends and family commenting on how they don't look like the type of guy or girl that you usually are interested in or go for. They may even find them physically unattractive, and they may tell you that this isn't the type of person you're usually attracted to, and they may think that you're crazy for wanting to romantically pursue this person. Another really strange thing about how some family members will react, and I find that this most often happens with family members and friends who are actually already negative influences in your life prior to meeting your twin flame, but you may not realize it. They don't want you to be in your true power and potential because they actually feel threatened by you and your power and your highest potential. So they have always dragged you down in ways you may have been unconscious about, but may not realize until you meet your twin flame and go through this spiritual awakening, come in tune with your true authentic self, and begin stepping into your power. What you may find is that as you find yourself feeling happier, feeling more confident, feeling more empowered, more authentic through this twin flame connection, certain people in your life may react against your twin flame because they see you changing and they are resisting these changes. They want to keep you small or keep you the way that you were because they don't want to change. They don't want your relationship with them to change, whether it's a family connection or a friendship. And so rather than reacting against you because they don't want to lose you, they react against what they believe to be, and they are actually correct in this, to be the catalyst for your changes, which of course is this twin flame connection. So they may even express a hatred or a real disdain for your twin flame or a repulsion to them. This can be true of anyone in your life, your children, if you have children from a previous marriage, your ex-husband or ex-wife and ex-spouse, your parents even some of your closest friends. And this can be one of the more difficult aspects of the twin flame relationship, because sometimes these interferences, and again, not always, use your own intuition to guide you through this, but sometimes these interferences were actually people who were never supportive of your growth, never supportive of you in your authentic state as your authentic self, but you just didn't realize it because you were keeping yourself small for them prior to meeting your twin flame and prior to undergoing this massive spiritual awakening associated with it. Now, the last kind of twin flame interference I want to talk about in this video is, of course, I'm sure what many of you came to this video to hear about, which is interferences in the form of third parties. So by third parties, I mean other romantic relationships, either ex-romantic partners of you or this person, people they were connecting with romantically when you met, or people that they started romantically connecting with after you met. Now, what I'm going to say is going to sound harsh to many people, but what you have to understand about third parties romantically in the twin flame connection is that there aren't truly any third parties. If this felt uncomfortable to you, this was your ego resisting the idea, because the ego looks on the surface, and of course we naturally feel hurt when our twin flame is romantically connecting to other people, be it an ex, be it a current partner, or someone that they decide to connect with after meeting us. But what you have to understand is, on a soul level, you and your twin flame have always been connected through eternity, through past lives, and even from childhood in this lifetime. And because of the unbreakable nature of this connection, regardless of what is happening on the surface, you are continuing to connect with them energetically. You are continuing to grow and expand together. You are continuing to evolve this relationship, this connection together, even when one or both of you is connecting to a third party. And so often, third parties, especially those that they connect with after you meet, are often an indication of an energetic imbalance between the two of you. Now, I'm not at all saying that you should disrespect this person, this third party. I'm not at all trying to belittle them, because I believe we are all equals and we are all connected on this planet as souls on a soul level, and that we each have these divine connections, these soul connections that we were intended to experience, and that everything is in divine order. But if you can begin to transcend the 3D world and see that when your twin flame is romantically connecting to other people, these may look like interferences, but it's not actually an external force interfering with your connection. It is simply a reflection of an imbalance within. This is why I so highly recommend inner energetic work through the form of either meditation with subliminals or through some other kind of energy shifting technique, because our twin flame is our perfect mirror. They are essentially our soul essence in a different physical body. And if they are connecting with these so-called romantic third-party interferences, know that the interferences are only happening within you, and that their connections with these other people are really just a reflection of the imbalances and blockages within. The ways in which we aren't allowing energy to flow, the ways in which we have been programmed to doubt our own worthiness of unconditional love or connection. are the ways in which our twin flame as well is energetically blocking or repressing these things. When we choose to participate in our own inner healing, when we shift the balance of the energy within, all of these interferences, these so-called interferences, no longer have the power to interfere with our lives, with our connection, because these interferences, whether it's in the form of negative influences from family or friends, or whether it is a romantic third party, all of the negativity associated with these people, the things that they are saying or doing that cause us to feel disconnected from our twin flame, are only causing us to feel disconnected because they are amplifying something that is going on within us. And in fact, these interferences themselves are nothing more than a manifestation of what is going on within us. So come into harmony, into balance within yourself. Choose to clear out your feelings of unworthiness of this unconditional love you share with your twin flame, because you are so worthy. You are worthy of the deepest, purest, unconditional love imaginable. But you've forgotten that somewhere along the way, which is why it feels as though these other people are interfering with you and with your connection. When you choose to accept your own worthiness, your own limitless creative power, your own ability to receive and radiate unconditional love, both to yourself, to your twin flame, and to entire collective consciousness, to everyone, when you accept all of these things, you build a magnetic force field of energy around yourself that only attracts to you what you desire, including within your twin flame connection, and easily repels away from you any negative influences. This inner core radiates outward and becomes a protective field around you that will allow you to keep as many of these physical connections with these people in your lives without needing to be influenced by them. Their words, their negative energy can all bounce off of you, but only when you choose to protect yourself energetically in this way, to ground yourself, to clear your own energy field, and to create an inner core of love, of stability within yourself. So I hope this video was inspiring and helpful to you along your journey as both a twin flame and a powerful, limitless, creative being. If I resonated with you, please subscribe to this channel. Join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, all put together, for high vibrational content all day long to keep your energy up and keep you feeling connected in with this soul tribe we are building here together. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next podcast.